joined by the women's lacrosse team and Coach Shanta and Erin for Koehler's team. Coach, coming up this week, a couple of big games over the next few days.
Yeah.
And last week's win, any comments about that?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, something that we've really been focusing on a lot is communication, building our team chemistry, and I feel like last week's win was definitely like a really good step in terms of those two things. And moving forward, we're really focusing more on our execution, making sure conceptually we understand a lot of the systems on the field a little bit better. I think we didn't do the best job of sustaining the energy level in that first game, and so something else we're really focused on is building our endurance up just a little more too.
Questions?
Yeah, Erin, you're coming off of a RMAC Player of the Week performance, and so where do you see your improvement, and how's the team improving every week?
I think overall, we are improving every single day as a unit, as a whole team. Like Coach Shanta just said, communication is key, and that's really what we're working on right now, and building our team chemistry and just growing as a unit every day.
And I know it's a new year, and Shanta being her first year as a coach, and now you're a few weeks into the season. Do you see your guys' team just kind of coming together better than it was a few weeks ago?
Most definitely. I mean, as a whole, our lacrosse IQs have skyrocketed in the last couple of weeks, which is great to see. So we've definitely improved.
Usually between first and second games, things start to, oh, now I understand what coach was saying, and you're kind of figuring out your different players and what they can do. So what are you seeing between games 1 and 2 that can improve?
Sure. I definitely, between games 1 and 2, I expect the biggest thing to improve is purely execution. I think it's related to the lacrosse IQ that Erin's talking about that really has improved a ton over the last few days even. But also just their confidence level. You know, something that we've talked a lot about is when you get a new coach and they bring in these new concepts or new ideas that you kind of have no choice but to really dive into, it naturally, learning that amount naturally kind of deflates you a little bit. And so I think getting through that first game, seeing that this stuff is working well, you know, and getting an opportunity to dive in even more, I feel like the confidence level will improve, and that will really help our execution.
I feel like your head was exploding the first couple of weeks.
Definitely. I learned a lot. Even as a senior, I think I learned more in the last couple months than I probably have in the last couple years of play. Coach Shanta's got a very high lacrosse IQ, to say the least.
And how does that make you feel as a coach, knowing that this team is buying in to your process and they're improving because of it? I mean, that must have been nerve-wracking coming into it, like, man, I hope that they, accept me and accept this new coaching style. So how comfortable are you right now? Like, oh, their IQ's growing. That's because of me.
I mean, I wish I could take that amount of credit. I tell them this, I feel very privileged to coach this team. I think their IQs were high in the first place. It was just a matter of making sure that we were pulling out the right pieces. And you mentioned understanding the personnel better, and I think that's something I had to be patient with because it took me a few months. So yeah, it's nice to hear things like that, but I think in the long run, I'm always going to feel privileged to do this, and that buy-in that you're talking about, I feel like that's great, but to me that's kind of like the minimum. If my team is not at that place, then I'm definitely not doing my job well. So yeah, so I'm not like crazy excited about it. I think I more just feel like, okay, I'm content with what we've done over the last few weeks, and I think we can continue to build. Got a few.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my job. I don't score goals, but when the ball's on the ground, it's ours. And that's one of the biggest things that we've been working on as a team, defensively and offensively. The loose ball controls are everything, because that's, you need the ball to win the game. So those loose ball controls are everything in our sport, in each game.
See ball, attack ball?
Yeah. When it's on the ground, it's yours.
Have a game against a conference opponent coming up, and then a big regional match, another team national games.
think?
I mean, I think right now we're focusing on ourselves and improving our team as a unit, not necessarily worried so much about our opponents. But as long as we execute and do everything that it's our game plan for our team, we will come out on top.
Yeah, same page. I think we're really just trying to beat our best every day. And so when it comes to things like that, we're certainly not worrying about like, oh, well, this team's ranked here. It's much more about, well, are we just better than the team we were yesterday? Which that came straight from our captains, honestly. So again, I think what's been really fun is I feel like our values completely align, and it's not a matter of me being like, okay, we're all going to do this and we're going to work within this system. I think we're working together and making sure that we're creating realistic goals that are going to help push us every day. So super excited that Grand Valley State is coming out here. I'm really familiar with the program, having worked in Michigan for 6 years, and it's a really solid regional opponent, and it will definitely be challenging. But I think it's more my job to really focus on that. I'm doing tons of scouting. I feel really prepared for this next couple of weeks. And as a team, I think they're doing exactly what Erin said and just focusing on the day-to-day.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.